Hey, Dawn. Hey, girl. Hey. Yeah, my setup a little bit different. This kind of low. And I'm in my son's room. It's a mess over there in my room. Clothes is everywhere. Hold on. Let's see. They're going to be on the side a little bit. I'm trying to make this little setup work over here. Oh my goodness. Hold on, y'all. This ain't working. Yeah, hold on.
At Tractor Supply, we know nothing feels better than doing things yourself.
I need something to hold my iPad.
So we're going to learn to tend to all these chickens. That garden won't plant.
Here, take this. Thank you. All right. Hold on. Apparently this is at a slant. Hold on. I got Facebook facing up to the ceiling. Sorry, y'all. I did not think this morning video out here this morning at all. Hold on. I need something. Hold on, y'all. This is the only place I got to. Hold on. Just hold it. I need something to put. Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Don't touch anything.
I was gonna say if you brought your laptop, I wasn't.
Yeah, see, I forgot my laptop. Hold on, I need something else. Hold on, y'all. Give me that white tray. I don't know if that's gonna block the view of the phone, but let me get it together. Hold on. Is this? Oh, that's some weight to that. Oh, that's good. Facebook not gonna be able to see that. I don't think. Go give me that one out my bathroom, Isaiah. Hey, y'all, hey. Okay. 1 second, hold on. Isaiah, boy, move. Hold on, y'all. I got a pepper shaker. Oh, that might work. Hold on, because my watch. That's going to be weird. Okay. Okay, but I think that'll work, though. We use that there. Okay, so here's what I need to do. Live chat.
I'm about to go play something.
Okay. Okay, so I'm streaming from my iPad. That way, I had to, oh, no, it's not. Okay, so the comments are going to go in and out. So I'm going to have to randomly just touch it every now and again to see the comments, because it's not like my laptop where it's like a stream on the side where I can see it at all times. It just flashes in when you make a comment and goes back out. But anyway, we're going to get through this morning, y'all. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday. And I don't have the first pen. I told you, I did not think this all the way through. I just grabbed this, forgot my laptop. I got a pen somewhere now, but we good. Anyway, let's just get moving. Happy Sunday, beautiful people. It is January the 8th, Sunday. It is Sunday, January 8th, 2023, and today is day 309 of year 4, reading through the books of the Law and the Prophets, and on the 4-year consecutive day count, day 1328. Today, we picking back up, and I'm so glad I decided to print it out. That's one thing that I did remember to do. We're going to be picking back up on page 562 of the document. The PDF page, if you have the PDF document, it will be page 566. And that's the only number that I'm going to know at this point because this is printed out and the document page number is not up here. I'm going to just be able to give you the actual page number on the document, which is page 562. And we'll be starting at chapter 10 or chapter X. And then after we read a little bit from here, we're going to hop on over to the field guide to the spirit world. And we'll read a little bit more, chapter 10 of the reincarnation hoax. With that being said, Father, we thank you for the joining of families together to create a new family. We're here this weekend for a wedding, my aunt's wedding. She's getting married to the love of her life, right? She's known him since childhood. But it was really, really good. This is the first time I've been in a wedding since, I think, my own mom and dad's wedding when I was like 1 or 2 years old. I was probably a little bit older than that. How old was I, Mom, when y'all got married? I was like, because I was a flower girl at my parents' wedding. But I've gone to multiple weddings over my lifetime, but this is actually the second wedding I have been in since my own parents' wedding. All right? Okay, so let me see who all here. There's people hanging out on Facebook. I can't see nobody over here either. This is normal, though. I have to click that just to see. Alright, so let me do this. Let me see. Chat. Alright. Go back up. Ima, shalom, shalom. Avia, shalom. Auntie, grand rising. Vinette, grand rising. Dawn, what's good, family? This is an amazing Sunday. Alright, y'all. Let me see. It's going to pop back up. Up. Hold on. Hannah, shalom, shalom. Tabitha, hey girl, hey. Shebrew, all praises to the creator. Girl, where you see? Bella came in the camera. You didn't see Bella. You saw Isaiah's big head. That was sitting here when I left. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's a term of endearment, son. I love you. Yeah, I don't think Bella came. Bella didn't walk in here, did she? No. Bella not in here. That was Isaiah. I'm over here in the boys' room. Bella's over in our room with us. But she woke, though. Hold on. The comments done went away. Yeah. He said the Murphys all look alike. Animalistic nature. Thanks, brother. Shalom, Sherry, Derry CM. Bronze Yoke. Shalom, shalom. And everybody else here hanging out in the background. Top of the day to you. All right, y'all, let's get started here. Let's get started. All right. Chapter 10. Whilst the heavens of the earth were thus stirred up with war and with anticipated misfortunes and strange doctrines, there came to paradise before the throne of God a host of 7,000 angels who had been victims of the inquisitions under the inspirations of Luamung, praying an audience with God. And let me, just in case you don't have this, I just thought about it. If you got Big Blue, this is in the book of S. If you got the lowest edition, I'm not sure what the page numbers are in the other editions. I don't have them with me. This would be, and if you don't have the PDF version, if somebody that got it, post a link in the chat for me. Or y'all can just send me an email and I'll send it to you a little bit later. Book of S starts on page 642. But this, there's some noodles that's stirred up. This would be on page 653. In Big Blue, chapter 12. Whilst the heavens and earth were thus stirred up with Yep, this would be chapter 12 or chapter XII in Big Blue, page 653. Okay. I'll just start over. That was just like the first verse. Whilst the heavens of the earth were thus stirred up with war and with anticipated misfortunes and strange doctrines, there came to paradise before the throne of God a host of 7,000 angels who had been victims of the inquisitions under the inspiration of Luamon, praying in audience with God. God commanded them to approach and speak, and those who were leaders then came and spake, and this is the substance of what they said. Most holy God, Jehovah's Son, greeting in love, in pity, and in anger. We are not gods, nor pure, nor holy. Therefore, pity us. We are not happy and feel that in our struggles to find truth, we have been unfairly used. Therefore, pity us. We were born in mud holes and have soiled garments. Therefore, have compassion on us. We are in search of clean water. Therefore, guide us. We have such strength as a mad wolf might be proud of. Therefore, use us. We have not much mercy and forgiveness as becometh God's. Therefore, give us rough work to do. Such work, in fact, as would require no one to split a hair to discern right or wrong. Okay, yeah, what we don't see is this big verse 3 of names that we see in Big Blue, because they got a whole verse 3, and it looks like about 100 names in that one verse. Apparently they listed all the names of the guys that are currently speaking, that it's not in here. They actually go from here. Yeah, they completely skip verse 3. Okay. Well, maybe they just added verse 3 if these are in fact the real place. And how they would come up with all these names, if these in fact are the true plates that John Land had, is beyond me, right? I'm not even sure. Okay. We have not such mercy and forgiveness as becometh God's. Therefore, give us rough work to do, such work, in fact, as would require no one to split a hair to discern right or wrong. Not that we desire to glut ourselves in vengeance against the false Christ. One step higher, O God. As such a matter, if an innocent lamb were pursued by a wolf, give us to rush in and save the lamb. Now behold, the rumor hath come to us that thou wilt establish Gautama free from the dominion of gods and saviors. And now, O God, we are so far on the road to purification that we can no longer catch the false Christ angels and hurl them into hell. Nevertheless, we're not so fastidiously pure, but we would seize his evil working angels and hold them by the throats till thou hast thy great country founded safely for Jehovah's kingdom. If, therefore, thou can appropriate 7,000 angels in some loose and unscrupulous corner to do thee good service against the tyrant and remorseless Luamon, behold, we stand before Jehovah and thee to do thy will as thou mayest command. God said unto them, my brothers and sisters, in the name of Jehovah, I welcome you. What ye can do, that shall ye do, nor shall any but yourselves judge yourselves. As far as ye have the light of the Father, so shall ye serve him. To him only are ye responsible, for his triumph shall be the redemption of heaven and earth. Behold, Luamon will surely inspire a war in both Gautama to found a government free. I'm sorry, I didn't skip the whole 2 lines. Let me go back up. Behold, Luamon will surely inspire a war both in Gautama with mortals and in the heavens thereof with the angels. My host shall inspire the mortals of Gautama to found a government free of the dominion of gods and saviors. War will follow. Now behold, I have appointed Yotahiza. Now behold, I have appointed Yotahiza as my lord for those regions. Repair ye thither with my messengers who know the way, and Yotahiza will receive you in my name and give you work in justice and truth and wisdom. Yes, son. The army of the Inquisition then saluted and departed, and they came to Yotahiza's heavenly station with the colonists in Guatemala. Remember, Guatemala is the Americas. Chapter 11. Since 300 years, the Lewis of God's allotment to the earth had been providing the generations of men unto the coming work of God. And through these had God, Jehovah's Son, raised up 1,200 men to be directly under the inspiration of the second resurrection for establishing an emancipated government for mortals. And these 1,200 men were raised to grades above 60, and some of them to 80. Chief of these men, raised up by God to establish the foundation of Jehovah's kingdom with mortals, were the following, all of whom were above grade 80. Payne, Jefferson, Adams, Franklin, Carroll, Hancock, and Washington. These guys' spiritual grade was above 80? Read that again. Let me read the whole. Let me start at the beginning. Since 300 years, the Lewis of God's allotment to the earth had been providing the generations of men unto the coming work of God. And through these had God, Jehovah's Son, raised up 1,200 men to be directly under the inspiration of the second resurrection for establishing an emancipated government for mortals. And these 1,200 men were raised to grades above 60, and some of them to 80. Chief of these men, raised up by God to establish the foundation of Jehovah's kingdom with mortals, were the following, all of whom were above grade 80. Payne, Jefferson, Adams, Franklin, Carroll, Hancock, and Washington. Into the hands of these 7 men did Jehovah, through God his Son, place the leadership of the mortal host, and they were under the guidance of Jehovah's Lord Yatahiza. And the Lord caused Payne to proclaim the new doctrines as against Luamung and the sacred books on which the inquisitions had been carried out. Then these then were the doctrines of Payne, inspired by the Lord, Jehovah's Son. 1. The Creator, who is almighty, matchless in wisdom, true power, and unity of purpose, the author of all things on the earth, that the soul of man is immortal and everlasting, and shall ultimately attain to peace and joy in the heavens of the Almighty, that according to man's good or evil deeds, words, thoughts, and actions, whilst on earth, even so shall he inherit in heaven light or darkness, joy or unhappiness, that all the world is my country, to do good, my religion. That man hath a natural right, above all kings, priests, and sacred writings, to serve his Creator in his own way. That this is an age of reason, in which all men should be inspired to read and think and judge with their own judgment, and not through any priest or church or savior. It's saying use your brain, your own brain. That man hath a natural right, above all kings, priests, and sacred writings, to serve his Creator in his own way. That this is an age of reason, in which all men should be inspired to read and think and judge with their own judgment, and not through any priest or church or savior. That the doctrine of a savior is unjust, that no honest man should accept another's dying for him, that the so-called sacred books are not the writings of the Creator, that their multiplicity of defects prove them to have been manufactured by corruptible authors, that in practice the said sacred books have been used by unprincipled priests to promote wars, inquisitions, tyranny, and destruction. That man should raise up in his might to embrace his Creator by the practice of good works, and by promoting brotherly love towards all men, and by charity and independence elicit the protection, the pride, and the glory of the Almighty. The doctrines of God, Payne proclaimed publicly, and they were printed and circulated amongst the inhabitants of Guatemala, and they fell into the hands of such men and women as had previously and they fell into the hands of such men and women as had been previously prepared by God to receive them. And these people applauded the new doctrines to so great an extent that the colonists repudiated the divine right of kings and to govern without consent of the governed. Luamong, the false Christ, perceived the design of God, Jehovah's Son, and immediately sent down to the earth to Guatemala 2,000 angel warriors to overthrow Paine's doctrine and to precipitate the colonies into war against the home government in Western Europa. So war in Guatemala on earth and in the heavens thereof set in, mortals against mortals and angels against angels. Lord Yotahiza now assigned the army of the Inquisition, the 7,000 angel volunteers, to be the protecting host to the 7 leaders of the Guatemala revolt. Besides these angels, who were generals and captains of the host, there were of non-commissioned angel officers 2,784 who had also been martyred as to earth life by scourging and by the rack and by being pulled in quarters and by being burnt, who were distributed amongst the mortal armies of soldiers. And these angel officers had angel armies and companies disciplined and quartered in the camps of the mortals with the soldiers. Such then were the inspiring hosts, varying in number from 6 million to 12 million, who remained with the soldiers of the Republic during the war, day and night, inspiring them to fortitude and manipulating them to give them health and strength and endurance. God spake to the angel commander of these hosts, saying, Though thy hosts inspire these mortals to liberty as to earthly things, yet thou also take advantage of this opportunity to sow the seed of higher spiritual light amongst them. Remember then the sermon of the All High, and with this shall thy hosts forever inspire mortals. For 7 years while the war lasted, and during all the while, the earthly commander Washington was under the guardianship of the commander of the angel host and 1,000 angels day and night. Remember, Washington is former President George Washington. For 7 years the war lasted, and during all the while, the earthly commander, Washington, was under the guardianship of the commander of the angel host and 1,000 angels day and night. And though he was shot at and in many ways sought for to be destroyed, these angels saved him, even catching in their hands the bullets that were fired at him. And in like manner were many of the mortal leaders and privates in the war protected and saved from harm by the angels. And yet all the while the angels of Luamong fought on the other side, endeavoring to pull away the guardian angels and so make the mortal leaders vulnerable. But these angels were lower in grade and less potent, and withal not so enthusiastic, for they had not suffered martyrdom. And the Republic was established here in America. And the Republic was established, and God caused the commander of the angels who had accomplished this work to call his host together, that they might hear the voice of Jehovah. And there were thus assembled 18,340,000 in number to an extemporized heaven above the Hogwan Mountains, Haguan, Hogwan. Above the Hogwan mountain, where the chiefs of paradise had already prepared an altar to Jehovah for the occasion. Of the higher grades from the other plateaus were here assembled in the sacred circle 70 million angels to promote the voice. Remember, the voice is another name that they call the great creator, right? The voice. Now, I'm sorry, hold on. Mario Brothers, my kids. Some tunes I can't get out of my head. All right. Of which matters, hold on, let me just go back one sentence. Of the higher grades from the other plateaus were here assembled in the sacred circle 70 million angels to promote the voice, of which matters God had previously sent word to Oroku A-R-O, I think that's a Q. Half of the letters cut off. I think it's a Q by what's left. Aroku, hold on. Of which matters God had previously sent word to Aroku, messing it up, that a chain of light might be made to the upper heavens. Now, when the heavens of the Inquisition were thus assembled before God and duly placed by the marshals, God caused the light to be lowered so that they might rejoice rather than suffer because of its brilliancy. And when God sat on the throne and the Essenars had chanted unto Jehovah glory for having founded the republic of mortals, a ray of light was seen descending from the upper realms, and it extended down to the throne of God, where now on all sides the illumination was in splendor. Presently, just above the throne, a single star of light was formed, and out of this came the voice of Jehovah saying, Peace, my beloved, the way is open. Liberty to the conscience of mortals is founded on the earth. Ye have ye have lifted them above the bondage of gods. Because you were cut down before you had finished your labor on earth, I allowed you to come back to mortals to complete your own aspirations. Because you united with one another in companies and phalanxes for a good work, instead of working single-handedly, ye are now admitted into the second resurrection of my kingdoms. By the light of my throne are ye this day absolved from the bondage of the earth and the first resurrection. Woo-ha! I missed, like, I only see one comment, so I don't know what y'all said. I just saw Jamil pop up. Okay, boom. Oh, we got a couple more people that came in. Just me, shalom, shalom. Kizzy, shalom. Cousin, Shayla. Girl, wish you was here. Tony, shalom, shalom. Yes, I'm reading from, I don't have my laptop. So before I left, I printed out the next portion, well, the rest of the book of Cosmon from the Romance of the Red Star, which is possibly the original John Land Plates, just published under another name. But yeah, I printed it out on PDF, but I'm glad I did because I forgot my laptop. And then I can't, for some reason, it opens sometime and sometime it don't on the iPad, but I wouldn't have been able to read it, so we wouldn't have been live in one of these places today. So me printing this out was a lifesaver because I actually, in our rush, I forgot my laptop at home. I can't even do my schoolwork. I got stuff due tonight at midnight. I'm gonna be up all night tonight. But yeah, so that's where I'm reading from. And we are up, if you're looking at the PDF document, the page number on the actual document that you can see on the page is page 564. That's where we're at. Where we're at in Big Blue is page 655. Which verse? That's why I should have my pen with me. 8 million temporized. Okay, that's what was that. Mortal light. Senor Enchanted. That's where we are. Okay. Roku, all size illumination. Okay, page 655. We're in chapter 13 or chapter X. The Republic is established in Big Blue. Chapter 13, verse 38. That's where we at. Yeah. That's where we at. Okay. Jamia, hey girl, hey. Hold on, who else here? This is weird. I gotta hit this to see y'all comments. Okay. Shalom, yeah, shalom to all who entered. I'm just trying to see if I missed anybody. I think I may have got some people. There's some people that are hanging out in the background. But shalom, shalom. Supreme Bright Other. Okay. Thank you for posting the link, Shebrew. Shalom, shalom. Okay. me go back down. Let's do a real quick glance. And Facebook, I forgot about y'all over there. Okay. Hold on. Gloria Shalom says, Shalom, Shalom. Okay. All right, let's go back. In Big Blue verse 38. Here, you just got to find it. We on page 564. The second paragraph from the bottom, and it starts with peace, my beloved. Peace, my beloved, the way is open. Liberty to the conscience of mortals is founded on earth. Ye have lifted them above the bondage of gods. Because you were cut down before you had finished your labor on earth, I allowed you to come back to mortals to complete your own aspirations. Because you united with one another in companies and phalanxes for a good work, instead of working single-handed, ye are now admitted into the second resurrection of my kingdoms. By the light of my throne are ye this day absolved from the bondage of earth and first resurrection. The voice ceased, but God spake unto his marshals, saying, Provide ye an avalanche sufficient for the ascension of these, my beloved angels, and take them to the fields and forests of Sabak in the Orthion plateau, where I have already provided them ample residences. And after they are delivered, grade them and give unto them suitable instructors and companions, that in due time they may become brides and bridegrooms to Jehovah and ascend to the and ascend to the emancipated kingdoms in the Etherian worlds. Suffer them now to pass before the throne, that they might receive badges from the Most High. For these will be to them a connection with the exalted kingdoms. The marshals then followed them past the throne, and there fell from heaven above upon them badges of immortal light, unchangeable. And the builders and Utis brought them an avalanza, and they went therein to the sound of the singing of 3,000,000 voices in Jehovah's praise. And when they were within, God again spake to them, saying, Ye go now far off from the earth, but as ye freed this land unto itself, and now go away, behold, I will call ye back again for another 100 years, to free the people from the doctrines and the creeds of the ancients. No God, nor Lord, nor Savior shall be enforced in this land. Till then, Jehovah will be with you all and give you joy and happiness. Okay, so has it been? I'm sitting here thinking from the time that Cosmon, well, yeah, this is probably about that time, right? So since the Cosmon era began, how many years has it been, y'all? If it was what, 1848? 1848 to, yeah, it's been over 100 years. So I believe it's that period, because clearly trying to push out all the doctrines of all these saviors and stuff now, that is like happening now, because it still found its way over here. And all of us come out of that lifestyle that know that it made its way over here anyway. But this is a time of breaking up all those doctrines and things that are been passed, it is no longer for this time, because we can directly communicate with the Father, right? We don't need middleman anymore. He said this is the era where men and women think for themselves, right? So, all right. Ye go now far off from the earth, but as ye free this land unto itself, and now go away, behold, I will call ye back again before another 175 years. Thank you, Tikva. I will call you back again before another 100 years, to free the people from the doctrines and the creeds of the ancients. No God, nor Lord, nor Savior shall be enforced in this land. Till then, Jehovah be with you all and give you joy and happiness. Thereupon the officers of the avalanza set in motion, rising upward, and the musicians, they that remained and they that ascended, sang and trumpeted until the fire ship ascended out of sight. We had 34 minutes. So maybe we'll go ahead and pause here. I know it's Sunday, but we're going to pause right here. Let me see. Mark my spot before we begin another chapter. So I'm probably keep it close to the hour. I may go over just a little bit. We leaving out today, so I don't want to be too long. So we're going to pause right here, and we're going to hop over here to the field guide to the spirit world. Let's do this. All right, beautiful people. So I hope y'all enjoyed that little bit. Oh, we didn't even we did, didn't we? I didn't mark my page. I didn't move my tab. We definitely started this chapter. Didn't get that far. Corrupt priesthood. I remember that part. Yep, Dogma Hojax. I think we paused after. We read that part. I remember that. Because I started talking about the spirits in abeyance from birth. Gus? I think that's where we paused. Yeah, I think that's where we paused. Okay, so we're going to begin on page 222. All right? I think that's where we paused at. You certain I wrote it down? I thought I did.
I'm gonna go get some coffee. I'll be back.
Okay, back. Didn't they say meeting at 10?
Meet what?
They was all going to breakfast, right?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
I didn't know if it was 10. Where's it at? Do you know?
I don't know where it's at.
I ain't worried about it, if anything.
All right, well, check out at noon. I'll check when I get done.
12, so.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay. I mean, if we're going, we're going to have to check out at 10 then. Well, a little bit before then, so.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I thought I wrote it down. Apparently, I didn't, Tickler. I wrote down something else. I was writing down the stuff for Alma Bethula. I didn't write the page number. I thought I wrote it down too. I didn't. Okay, so let's, I think it's page 222. Because we paused after this, because I think I started talking about something else. I did. We started talking about the Alma Bethula right after we started talking about the spirits being in abeyance since birth, right? Okay, so page 222. Gus Cowhill, 1965, page 194, elaborated on this phase of Egyptian life. The Druha, quote, the Druhas, the angels of darkness, gained great power over the land, dwelling in mortal guise, rotting the moral foundation of the people. Because of the delusion of reincarnation, the spirits of the dead had no desire for any higher heaven but to return to the earth and there regain the physical life. Sometimes dozens or even 100 such souls of darkness would live and die in the same physical shell, so that the people of Egypt suffered mental diseases and their bodies became corrupt because of the foulness of the Druhas with whom they lived, and these people became idlers and vagrants. End quote. Go ahead, too. Go watch. What was you eating? You was just eating something. Go wash your face, girl.
Mac and cheese and chicken tenders.
Okay. Go wash your face. Go look at your face in the mirror in the bathroom. That was better. She got a black bonnet on her head. Okay. Immortality in the flesh, then, is not a new but a very old idea. Wherever it is found, it thrives on the same philosophy, the opinion that there is no higher heaven, no other place to go, no other field of action than right here on the earth. Quote, they know no other life, but continue engrafting themselves on mortals. They could not be persuaded that Ethera, cosmos, was filled with habitable worlds. End quote. Owaspi, Book of Bond, chapter 14, verses 12 through 13. And that's something that I found to be true for the little bit of time that I was looking into reincarnation, because I'm so glad that I came across this, right? Because after you looking into stuff for a while, it's like, okay, so how many lives do you have to live before you become like perfect and you can remember all your lives? Okay, so when you get to that point when you become like a super saiyan and you can access all your previous lives and all the information, what then? Like, when you're able to do that, what do you do after that? Right? But I realized, and I talked about it a little bit while I was still like on that road path of belief in some of my previous videos a few months, more than a few months back. But I even I use a lot of different references from Avatar, but I believe it was a couple of videos specifically where I talked about that. And you're not necessarily accessing, as you grow higher spiritually, you're not necessarily accessing your previous lives, where you're not accessing your previous lives. You're able to pull information from the ether or look into what some people will call the Akashic records, right? It just depends on where you at will determine what term they call it. But you're not accessing your life. And these people that are speaking, the information that you're pulling is from other people in different eras of creation, right? Different time periods. This information from them. So all of these different lives, they are not you, even though the teaching of reincarnation teaches you that was you in that life, right? Even trying to even with some people, they try to explain like homosexuality, right? They say, well, because in a previous life they could have been the opposite sex, and they still kind of real they still have a lot of, like, I'm gonna just sum it up in my words, they still have a lot of the previous life's residue on them, is why they come out. And some people saying that, like, children are not born this way, right? They are taught that, they are modeled that behavior by other people, right? But that's not the case. I found that wasn't the case, because I started thinking about that, because the way one person explained it to me, I was like, well, darn, that make a lot of sense. But the more I kept looking into it, I was like, that makes absolutely no sense at all. Right? So that whole time, wading the waters and going through looking into the reincarnation thing, it was, I mean, it's really, really convincing. If you get the right teacher, but really they the wrong teacher to teach you that, boy, they can explain that in such a way where you're like, oh, well, shoot, I done really been here before. Now I just need to see what life I'm on. I'm just like, you know what? Y'all are screwing us up. Right? So, but you don't be scared to look into this stuff. And if you still like on the borderline and you don't really know, just keep looking into it. It'll make more and more sense. It really will. If you stay in line with the Creator, it'll begin to make more and more sense, and you will really begin to see that a lot of the information, it is really just like this. Hold on. Listen. The second paragraph on page 222. Immortality in the flesh, then, is not a new but a very old idea. Wherever it is found, this is what I found out, this is true, wherever you find reincarnation, listen, wherever it is found, it thrives on the same philosophy, the opinion that there is no higher heaven, right? You just keep on repeating lives down here, just trying to perfect yourself down here in this world. But nobody can never tell you what's going to happen after you're done perfecting yourself and you become a super saiyan and you know everything. Oh, well, then you just teach everybody. You just keep teaching them to do it too. And everybody stay hearing you like a perpetual teacher here, just keeping everybody here. Everybody, yep, you're going to get to come back. You don't get it this life, you'll get it the next, right? And then you become big like me and you can just teach people to keep doing it over and over again. I'm like, something ain't right about that. It really began to click. It really began to click. Something ain't right. Listen, wherever it is found, the teaching of reincarnation, wherever it is found, it thrives on the same philosophy, the opinion that there is no higher heaven, no other place to go, no other field of action than right here on earth. Quote, they know no other life but to continue engrafting themselves on mortals. They could not be persuaded that Ethera cosmos was filled with habitable worlds. End quote. Owaspi, Book of Bond, chapter 14, verses 12 through 13. And so, for the Egyptians and others, embalming and mummifying became de rigueur in order to prepare for regaining their natural bodies and dwelling on earth again. The now extinct Guanche people of the Canary Islands seem to have imbibed these pathological ideas from the Egyptians. These islanders customarily, they sure do. Listen, I'm gonna share a video with y'all. Talked about this before. It's been a minute. Listen, these islanders customarily preserve the remains of their dead, fearing that the disintegration of the body would preclude their immortality. Hence, the embalmed mummies found there, though in very poor hold on. These islanders, hold on, I thought I was about to say something else about these one. I think it's over in Asia. I forget exactly where, but they have this ritual every year where they dig up their dead relatives. They dig them up, or they take them out of their tomb, and they begin to clean them up, and then they put fresh clothes on them. They have ceremonies. They taking pictures with them, and I'm like, what kind of who? I'm like, I'm looking at the children. Some of the children looking like y'all playing with dead bones. People, you got skeletons. Some of them, however they died. Sometimes some of their faces are like frozen open, and it's like, how does that make good common sense? They dig them up. It's a ritual, and they have it every year. It's like the Festival of the Dead or something like that, right? They dig up their dead relatives, their mamas, their daddies, their baby. You see, they even have dead baby bones. I'm gonna find this video. And every year it's they call it honoring. They're honoring them in some type of way. But I think they're constantly disturbing the graves of these people, which is why there's so much demonic activity going on over there in these particular places, because they keep disturbing the grave sites. And these people, they have these festivals and they dance with them. And I'm sure some of them probably can manifest themselves. I don't know, but they think they're going, I don't know what they think gonna happen, because ain't nobody coming back and living these dead bones. These dead bones can surely not live again. Put them back in the dirt. Some of them about to turn into dust, and you ain't gonna have nothing to dig up next year. Listen, that is crazy. Hold up, I forget what they call, but it's you seen that, Prince? Yo, it's crazy. Y'all gotta, I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna pull it up and I'm gonna share it with you. But yeah, they that's what I thought this was about to say. But they do that. But you do have those who they just embalm them and stuff, whatever. And it's just, I don't know, it's really, really weird. I'm gonna try and find a video for this too. Listen. The now extinct Guanche people of the Canary Islands seem to have imbibed these pathological ideas from the Egyptians. These islanders customarily preserve the remains of their dead, fearing that the disintegration of the body would preclude their immortality. Hence the embalmed mummies found there, though in very poor condition. Quote, it is astonishing that none of them weigh more than 6 or 7 pounds. Listener, 1962, page 188 through 189. Even more astonishing that people would believe that a dried out, ghastly, shrunken corpse could be brought back to life. And what I just said, surely these dead bones cannot live again. But common sense or sound reasoning have been known to play a minor role in popular beliefs, especially when the credo offers some kind of feel-good consolation, right? I completely agree with that. You do not need to have common sense to have our belief. No, check your common sense at the door. We got a closet for that. Keep it over there. Just come in here crazy. We all gonna be crazy. None of us think for ourselves. We just do this because it feels good. Keep our flesh feeling good and do as thou wilt. But common sense or sound reasoning have been known to play a minor role in popular beliefs, especially when the credo offers some kind of feel-good consolation. To find a captive audience, deceiving spirits need only play to human vanity, ignorance, or fear. And Christianity plays on your fear of thinking that you're going to burn forever, right? And that's how they get you. That's how they got me, right? I don't want to burn forever, right? But how do spirits burn? Go get your brain out the closet. To find a captive audience, deceiving spirits need only play to human vanity, ignorance, or fear. Like Scheherazade, who told dazzling fables only to keep herself alive, the spirits of reincarnation chase away the specter of death, every man's bugbear, with the promise of renewable life upon the earth. Even very smart people get sucked in. The oldest con in the world, reincarnation, is curiously contagious. It is, but I tell you just got to get the right / wrong one to explain it to you just real good. And it's like, oh, shoot, that's right. So my deja vu moments is like some moments from my previous life reincarnation. I get to do this cycle again. It's amazing. Wonder, shalom, sis. Hey, girl, hey. Look, yeah, you get a real good wrong teacher teach you about reincarnation, you're gonna be sucked in. And I hope it's not for long. Because, buddy, you don't really want to die believing in reincarnation, because you're gonna get a rude awakening. Waiting for your next okay, what body am I going into next? This baby? I get to be reborn in this baby? Get back, my G. Those are brand new souls going into these bodies. Everybody that come here is a brand new soul, which is why these spirits that have been fooled about reincarnation, they sitting around the birthing tables, around midwives, storming the hospitals, waiting to get back into earth again. They need a body, right? And if the circumstances are right or completely screwed up around the parents that are about to give birth, they're going to put that new spirit in abeyance, and they're going to get another turn to come here on the earth and act crazy. Even very smart people get sucked in. The oldest con in the world, reincarnation, is curiously contagious. As England's professional magician, the distinguished James Webster put it, quote, "This grotesque philosophy has hit the streets of every major European city. The illusion is as perfect as that of a clever stage musician who has his audience in his hands, spellbound." Yes.
What are these two?
That, girl, if you don't go put these good people chocolates back over there, don't open it. Let me tell y'all something. You would think that we've been in an upscale hotel before. We came in here. Go put them back. I'm serious. Don't open that. Look, my mama had to tell us, like, girl, it's a price list with all that stuff. We figured, shoot, the price we paid for these rooms, all this stuff is included. We walked in. Yes,
What
babe.
is this?
That is Gearhart's Fine Chocolate Maya, right? It's dark chocolate. This is almond. This is the almond chocolate, milk chocolate. Put it back. Don't open it, right? We already got to pay for everything that we thought was free. So we come in here, right? Nice rooms. It's called the Draftsman, right? It's the Draftsman. Look, I told y'all we was going to the wedding in North Carolina. We're not in North Carolina. We're in Charlottesville, Virginia, right? my aunt just got married. She lived in North Carolina all her life. So when I think about my aunt, I always think North Carolina, forgetting that they purchased a house here, right? So it was amazing because they just closed on their home, right? This is like the way it should be. You close on a home, you get married, and you move in. They closed on their home before they moved any furniture in. They had it decorated and they had their wedding ceremony right there at their new home that they just purchased, right? So rehearsal, everything was there. It was amazing. It was really, really good. Little, small get together, whatever. So anyway, we checked and he was like, oh, this is a nice hotel, right? I'm glad they gave us a discount because shoot, we get joining rooms everywhere we go because there's so many of us, but we still, anyway. So we walk in and we putting our stuff down, like, oh, this is nice, And so I was like, is there a microwave in here? Because we're going to be here for the weekend, thinking about going to get some snacks for the kids so they can just heat it up so they won't be like, well, I'm hungry all the time, right? So we come in, it's like, oh, shoot, they got little potato chips and stuff. Now, some hotels, they give you like nice little, a couple mints or whatever, maybe like some snack crackers or something like that. They got a couple bags of like these potato chips. Maybe they got some kind of contract with some little fancy potato chip bags and stuff. A couple of different flavors. And then you had bottles of alcohol. Got Grey Goose. They got Cosmigos. I'm like, oh shoot, but I don't drink no more, right? So I'm like, babe, they got alcohol in here. So it's like a tray. You got the different drinks and stuff, and then you got a bottle of champagne up in here. It's like, we're gonna take this and get this to auntie and uncle, right? This is gonna be their gift. We're gonna take them to the hotel. Get to. Right? I'm like, shoot, it come with the room. We're gonna bless them with 2 bottles of champagne because we got 2 rooms, so we got double the snacks. And so we putting the stuff up. I was like, all right, we're gonna go fill up the ice buckets and stuff and go to open up the refrigerator to see what's in there. It's full of drinks. I'm like, oh snap! I was like, it's drinks in the refrigerator. You can tell. I mean, we like to go to nice hotels, but we try to go someplace where we get a nice deal because it's a bunch of us. You would have thought this was the first time we ever been in a upscale hotel, right? Clearly, it's our first time here. Don't judge us. Listen, because the kids like, yo, I came in here. I ain't had to tell them. They already found it. They in there drinking up the orange juice. It's sodas in there, like the glass bottles of Coca-Cola and stuff. All of them sitting here. They done pop one. They drinking. I'm like, don't touch the alcohol. So I came grabbing up the cars, the alcohol, what I call it. Anyway, the Grey Goose and the little bottles of alcohol, and I got 2 bottles of champagne. It was a bottle of champagne sitting out by the one sitting on the tray, and it was also another bottle of champagne in the refrigerator. I was like, give me all the alcohol. I'm taking it over to our side. I was like, listen, babe, these champagne bottles, it's going to be our gift to the bride and groom. They like to drink nice fine wines anyway. We can get to them, right? So we going on. We didn't check in. We're going on with the rest of the morning, right? And so after rehearsal, I go over to my mom and my sister room, and they over there because all of us like here at the same hotel, so we go over there and everything. And so when I walk in, my sister's door is like, Mom, can we open these chips? She said, you better not open them chips. We got to pay for them. I'm like, girl, you ain't got to pay for them chips. We paid for the rooms, didn't we? They come with the rooms. And my mama said, I think it's a price list over there. I'm like, what? She said, girl, she said, y'all better pay attention. So I was like, and she said, oh, I said, let me see this. I said, oh, shoot. The bottle, look, there's bottles of waters. The bottles of waters like $20. The bags of chips like $10. I'm like, oh my gosh. I picked up my phone. I'm like, babe, stop eating the snacks. He said, what? I said, the snacks don't come with the room. I said, it's a price list. Look, go look over there on the trays. Go look over there by the tray, by the alcohol. Look at the price list. And he's like, oh my God. So what kind of hotel is this we staying in? Don't they know people with kids come here and they eat snacks? We got to pay. I'm like, you know what? This is why they take that incidental fee right up front. They didn't use up all our, we didn't use up all our incidental for both rooms. They hold $100 for incidentals. I'm like, oh, well, they go out $200 for the incidentals. I'm like, did you drink the alcohol? How many little bottles? I'm like, give me this back. Give me these good people alcohol. I'm like, hold on. Let me put that tray back over here. Y'all better leave these good people snacks alone. Don't touch. This is for decoration. Lord, we're gonna check out and we're gonna add some more to our tab when we check out. Normally we just walk out, because everything is paid for. Now we got to go to okay, they're gonna be like, ma'am, so how many bottles of alcohol is left? We put in 4 small ones. It was a bottle of champagne sitting on top, and it was 1 chilled in the refrigerator. It's both of those things. Right? So now I'm gonna need to be looking a little bit closer. If I come, every hotel we go to, hold up. I don't care if it's a Holiday Inn. If it's mints, I'm looking for a price list. If they ain't got no price list, I'm gonna call, excuse me, is these mints on the pillow free? Yo, it's crazy. Where we at? We at an hour. Look. Yeah, so it's crazy. So if y'all probably know. We got a lot of kids. We always get like we try to budget really well, right? So coming to an upscale hotel is, it's like, you live and you learn, right? So this broker seemed real good. Y'all better leave these good people snacks alone. Put them back. Don't touch nothing. Yeah, they're gonna put it right on the bill. Yeah, I know. They gonna charge us. I know, absolutely. OCU, they taking all our incidental money. We might have to add to it. And we know room service ain't free. But sometimes you can just charge it to the room. Other times you can just pay for it. So anytime we order room service, we just pay for it right then and there. Don't charge it to the room, right? So, and that bill in itself is high because all of us are getting stuff. So, but yeah. I think we just gonna end right here, y'all. Some be laughing too much. Yeah, so that's it. We're gonna pause right here. Let me put my
Mama, we're going to a restaurant today.
yes. We need to call and see what time they all meeting up. Hold on. And we didn't get through a whole page. Okay. I might just start the page over. And keep going tomorrow. Right? Okay, so that's page 222. What? All right, y'all. That's it for today. Y'all, it is Sunday, January the 8th, 2023, day 309 of year 4 of reading through the books of the Law and the Prophets, and of the 4-year consecutive day count, day 1328. Today, we read a little bit more of the Romance of the Red Star.
I'm ending it.
You ending it today? Okay, Isaiah. We read a little bit more of the Romance of the Red Star, which is allegedly, possibly the original John Lant plates, published under another name. Him and a few other people, they created a publishing company and they printed what they had from the plates. Remember, they gave the original manuscript back to John Newbrough, and the plates belonged to him, and they printed what they had. He said hi. Okay, y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed it, and we read just like a couple paragraphs on page 222 on Field Guide to the Spirit Word. And I'm gonna find that video with them people who be digging up their dead. That's gonna be in the title today. Digging up the dead, like they dance with them. Some of them like that make me want to throw up. Some of them will kiss the dead bones. I'm just like, why? Nobody's asked questions about this. Them people is, I ain't gonna call them crazy, but that's
Psychos.
Yeah, Isaiah said they're psychos. Mom, shalom.
That's one word.
Yeah, that's one word you want to use. Okay, y'all. But that's it for today. I love y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here today. Like I said, I'll share that. I'm trying to remember if there anything else I said. Boy, look, I already got this rigged up.
How do I end it?
You just gonna, I guess, press the X up here today. It's a little bit different. All right, beautiful people. I love y'all. I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. May the Creator continue to bless you.
I want to show them my shirt.
You want to show them your shirt? Show them your shirt. All right, y'all. May the Creator continue to bless us all with understanding, love, and light. And may we walk in all the new revelations we begin to understand that we did not do before. What do I use? Jimmy, I saw your message fly through. I use oil and water to retwist their hair, but I didn't retwist it this time. Got a girlfriend who's a loctician. Sis worked at her schedule stays booked, right? I was gonna try it to do it for the wedding, but we was running so far behind, doing so much running around that we just called her. She actually has her own product that she made. She uses her product. You know, it's nice, something light or whatever, but she uses that. When I retwist it, I just use oil and water. I use the what's the name of that oil? The wild hair growth oil. Yeah, and that's not an oil you use every day either. And I probably put that in her hair maybe once a week, right? Because it's really, really strong. It's really potent. But I will, if I'm not using that, I'll use like the Do Grow oil, you know. Sometimes I rarely ever use coconut oil, but I just use oil and water in their hair. Because from the earlier days, using different product, even when I wash it, sometimes I just don't like the residue that it leaves and it makes the locks heavy. I hate that, you know, so they need to be light and they shouldn't, your locks should not weigh you down. If your locks are heavy, they'll have a little bit of weight to them, but they shouldn't be weighed down with product. Product weighs it down a lot. So that's why I don't like using product other than oil and water in their hair. You know, so, but yeah, that's what I use. I saw your comment come through. That was from the text.
I thought you were going to end it.
Yeah, I'm about to end it. Okay, let me see. Because I can't see. Hold on, wait. Bring up the chat. Okay. Mama Lord, I missed everything. Yes, sis, we about to roll out. What time they said it was meeting this morning? 10 o'clock, Ma? 10? I need to call Auntie to see.
Is it?
You're welcome. Write the page number. Yeah, I gotta get a pen. Tickler. I don't have a pen here. It's probably one in my room, in my bag somewhere. But yeah, so I'm gonna make sure I don't mess my page numbers up tomorrow. Yeah. Product in your hair clogs your perceptors. I agree with that, right? Yeah, especially if you're becoming more holistic, so to speak. 10 o'clock. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, thanks, Mom. Yeah, it does kind of interfere, especially like spiritually. Yeah. So that's why. And I don't use number oil and water in my hair. You know. But other than that, yeah, y'all. That's it. We out of here. Thank y'all for hanging out. I'll see y'all here tomorrow morning, bright and early, 6:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bruce. Yep, that's how you end.